I had the even.
We are live.
Yes, sir. We are live, Kenny Freeze, after a huge win against Butler, 89-75, I think.
Yeah, that was it. You got it.
Got it right. Memorized it. Kenny, huge win for the boys. Back-to-back W's after what I would consider maybe to be the low of the season. Kenny, we get a big win going into the break here. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, I mean, dude, this is what we talk about every single time we're sitting here after a loss. We're just like, something just didn't feel right on offense, you know. And then they come out and they play like this against Butler, who obviously is underachieving from where they thought they were going to be. But, you know, like at the end of the day, Xavier played fast. They got the ball moving on offense. They hit their shots. Tre Carroll was Tre Carroll. He did what he had to do. And, you know, that's like, this is the team that I kind of expect to see when we play. I mean, obviously they were able to take advantage of some stuff down low, which is to be expected. You know, we're not the most physical team, but we create a lot of matchup problems on offense, and they were able to exploit a lot of it. And we didn't shoot particularly well from three. We just played so fast that they couldn't keep up with us.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Kenny, what this team was 2 games ago when you lose to Marquette after losing to DePaul. And then to play like this tonight, I mean, you were exactly right. We talked about it before the show. Just ran Butler out of the gym, really, from the word go. I mean, and that's just why I don't get too high or too low with college basketball, especially this team. It's like, I mean, those bad games, it's like we could turn right around in 5 seconds, just like what happened earlier in the season. So It's great to see us put this whole thing together. And man, that dude Tre Carroll, man, he can, he can play some ball.
It really is, like some of those spin moves that he was doing today. And I mean, and the crazy thing is, like, they played so well off of each other. And like, you could tell that they were just having fun. They were playing within themselves and letting, you know, Tre was able to do some things tonight that you kind of expect from him every game. And when he doesn't have a night like this, where, you know, he doesn't have to score 29 points, but like, just like being commanding on offense, he's able to do a lot of those things, getting mismatches down low, giving us some type of low post presence, and that changes the game for us completely. I mean, we took 32 threes. No, sorry, shot 32%, 28 threes. You know, but they really played well in the paint. I mean, the announcers talked about it multiple times how Xavier was just dominating points in the paint up until like I think it was like 7 or 8 minutes to go in the second half, and then Tre had a couple dunks, and you know, they were catching lobs and shit. But I mean, it was just a great game all around, and I think that I obviously wasn't there, but it looked like it was a good crowd tonight. So I mean, that's good to see too.
Great crowd. Students are back, which was huge, and even especially for a non-rivalry game to have this kind of a showing was really, really nice. Obviously, there's a little satire there. But no, the crowd was rocking, man, because that's kind of been how it is. It's like the ups and downs, but crowd was back. It was Cincinnati Reds night. I found out that Byron and Barry are related. I learned that tonight. So no, man, it was great. It was a great night. Vibes were up. We had Gapper and the Roll Blob in the same arena. So I mean, it was awesome.
Hell yeah. But hey, our man in the arena came through with a nice little interview from what I assume to be the player of the game. Let's play that real quick.
Here with Tre Carroll, 29 points for you, Tre. You have fun out there?
I had a lot of fun, man, but mostly because we got the win. You know, 29 points is cool, but you could have 29 and have a loss, and we got the win, so I'm happy. I'm really happy about that.
And what is it about these rivalry games? I know this Butler rivalry maybe is not the shootout, but it seems like you're at your best whenever, you know, there's a little bit behind it.
I didn't even know this was a rivalry game, honestly. I mean, I guess you can say every Big East game is a rivalry game because it's just a lot of great basketball each and every night, and, you know, every game is important no matter what, and we really need this win to get one away from 500. You know, we've been struggling the early Big East play, but one day at a time, you know, as I like to say it. So we got an off day tomorrow, and I'm just looking forward to the next day.
Yeah, for sure. And then speaking of Big East play, back-to-back Big East wins before this week-long break. How big is that going into that week off?
You know, it's really big. You know, it gives us a lot of confidence, but at the same time, you don't want to get lackluster. I think that's been our problem this year. We tend to get a little lackluster. You know, we got a little lackluster to start Big East play. You know, lost by 41 on home court, and then lost by like 20 against UConn. So a little lackluster, but you know, we just got to keep the confidence going. You got to keep working hard every day. You know, because you know this isn't. You know, you never know when it's going to stop bouncing, and we just got to give 110% every day.
Yeah, for sure. And how about these uniforms? Pretty fresh? You like them?
I love them. I told I told our GA, please don't let it be gray.
Okay.
I was very happy when I finally seen these OG ones. I was like, it's about time, man. I'm tired of wearing the same 3 colors we've been wearing. So it was good to wear a different jersey.
Hey Kenny, the uniforms you wore. Tre Carroll, go get some pizza, pink lemonade.
Yes, sir.
Congrats.
Appreciate you, man.
Gray uniform slander.
Yeah, I mean, what is going on here, man?
Man.
I think it was just monotony. I don't think it's that he doesn't like the
I
gray
agree.
jerseys. So
I was sensing monotony, but that was fine.
I'm happy that he was really that he really had a lot of energy going into this big rivalry game.
I wouldn't really call it a rivalry game, but I hear what you're saying. But dude, Kenny, those uniforms though are so freaking clean, bro. Like, I think those should be our main home uniforms, but that's just me. I do think that gave us a bump tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think these are some of my favorite uniforms right there.
Oh yeah, those are clean. Too.
I love that bad boy.
Those are clean too. But man, how about Tre Carroll tonight? And Coop did bring up a good point. Like, it does seem like Tre's at his best when the moment is brightest.
Yeah, I mean, what do they say? Big time players make big time plays in big time moments. Like the dude's a flat out baller, and that's just what it is. And like, he had 29 points and shot 1 for 5 from 3. I mean, like, shot 1 for 5 from 3 and had 29 points. Took 22 shots, went to the free throw line 5 times. I mean, like, the efficiency's there. I remember 2 Holloway O's used to say, you take the shots taken plus the free throws taken, and if you score more points than that, you had a good efficiency day. So I mean, he took 27 shots with free throws, scored 29 points. So hey, you know what? If we're able to get that kind of performance out of him, it really opens the floor up for a lot of people. And like, obviously, All Right didn't play like great on offense tonight, but I think that everybody kind of brings their own little thing to the offense. That really, like, when you're able to get the ball moving and really just be a threat from what you do, it opens things up for everybody. And you can see it. I mean, we've been scoring the ball these last 2 games. Like, there's no defense out there.
Yeah, and how about this, Ken? I mean, we were waiting for this all season. We had Malik, who was on strong earlier in the year. Malik fades. We have other guys step up. And I feel like we finally have, like, our main core of guys is playing well at the same time that Malik is playing well, which is absolutely huge. Like, Malik is playing with extreme confidence, had a couple huge threes. And that's just a great thing to see because he just was a missing piece while everyone else was on a hot streak. So that is huge. And, man, my new favorite, like Patton did move, might be the Tre Carroll move.
The spin cycle.
Slow loud, Davis, tonight. We gotta win.
Hey, you know what? That's what it's all about. You know what I mean?
Energy in big
the post victory Danas is the best Danas that there can be.
This is a whole lot better than being dead here. I'll give you that. I'll take a little crowd noise over.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should get a crowd pulse meter. New idea.
Yeah, right. Crowd pulse meter, and it's like on games that we lose, it's at like a -7.
Yeah, exactly.
And the games that we win, it's pushing up to like a 9-6.
Yeah, make it happen. But no, man, this was just huge for us, man. Like, and so at this point, let's just take a look at Xavier's record. Does that put us up to 11 wins, or am I way off?
No, it's 11-7, 3-4 in the Big East. I think that Creighton obviously was a game where you're like, what the hell's going on? Like that was just like a kind of out of character thing. I think when we play them again in next week, I think that it's going to be a different story. I think we're going to put up a better show against them. But I think that you're going to start getting into like the dog days of this Big East season, and I think that Xavier is going to keep getting better throughout the year. And you know what? Just play it out. Let's see where the cards fall at the end of the season. And like, I think that you're starting to see these guys are finding that thing, whatever it is inside them, with what they want to play for. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that is their motivation? And man, I don't know. Watching them play tonight, it was so fun to watch because you could tell they were having fun.
Yeah, the energy was phenomenal, man. And like, big plays from Roddy, big defensive plays. I thought Roddy was phenomenal on defense too. Also, shout out Mike Schmidt, former appearer on the podcast on the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
A pseudo co-host. Dude, like, for example, Roddy, just getting in the passing lanes. I also love, for example, like little plays like this. Did you see that play where they were getting into transition, and Malik makes just a great play, goes in front of the guy in transition who just caught the ball and charged him? Like, plays like that, man, were just absolutely huge tonight, and it helped the energy. And I thought the fans were awesome too, and that helped. And just the vibes have gone up a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I told after the game, I told Tre and I told Jovan, I was like, Dude, if you guys are able to put performances like this together, you're going to get crowds. And if you get crowds, dude, it's so much easier to win in that arena when you have a crowd. And I shouldn't even say that because I never played in that arena when it was dead.
It was always lit.
So hold on.
Hey, we're back.
Got it. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
And in the towel.
But yeah, right. No, but I mean, like it in general, like if you play, like okay, this is just a neutral site game. We're gonna go in and get the job done. There's nothing like holding us back from an energy camp. It's just if you're able to get those crowds, it's such a big deal. And I think that Xavier fans understand that, and they just want something to kind of push them back to the arena in games like this.
We need something, and it was
right.
like
the games like
game,
right.
What are we supposed to?
Oh, this shirt right here, Coop. This shirt right here.
Ooh,
this is actually from Home Field. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's Home Field. I don't think if you guys ever heard of this. It's nice.
We don't have a field though.
Yeah, right. We don't have a field.
We shout out Home Field though. More to come on that.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
More to come on that. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's getting a little frisky in here.
I barely hear the background noise. I hear you perfect.
Okay, good. I have a couple points. One, Mark is clearly a fan of the Big Game Grace, based off of our new overlay here.
Right, yeah.
Big Gray fan. He's not a fan of Grace Lander, which is probably, I'm sure you like. I also thought that it was funny that we wore the throwback uniforms against Thad Mata, who coached while we wore those uniforms. I
have a feeling that was probably in the thought. There may have been a little bit of a thought process there.
Maybe
I don't know.
A little bit, but I was like, that's kind of.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it is funny that Tre talked about the jerseys because you do as a player, you get hyped up for that kind of stuff. Like I remember, cool. I mean the Grays. I always loved the gray jerseys, and then the running mans were like when those games came out, you knew it was a big game. You knew it was like we got a job to do here. There's going to be a crazy crowd. Like dude. Man, just taking you see it every time.
LSU is on right now. Kentucky LSU is a barn burner, and the fine patrons here enjoying it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to turn it on real quick. But do they? But yeah, what was I saying? I lost track from Kentucky LSU.
The SEC, Kenny, it just means more.
It just means more. Yeah.
It just means
can you
more,
can you hear me?
Decently, it's a little quiet though.
Oh well, let me see if I can fix that.
Probably because games are so loud.
Yeah, probably.
I'm on paper bag watch. Let's see what UC's up to.
Paper bag watch.
UC game's getting close. They're only up 4 now. They were up huge.
Oh boy.
I took the live bet on that too, which I think is going to hit. It was like 19.5.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
No, but I'm talking about unis. Thank you, Coop. Goodness gracious. No, but the uniforms when you would get into those games, like those games, and you would talk about the SEC anymore. Those games just meant more. And in your head, no matter what it was like we're going out. We're always wearing new shoes. We had the new jerseys. We had the new I don't know.
Younger. You care about that stuff,
right? And have you ever gone out and bought a pair of those Nike Elite socks?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
back in the day.
Oh, dude, they were like $17 a pair. We used to go through those things. Like water. And then when I started playing pro ball, I went to buy myself some, and I was like, "Fuck this!
I'm doing this.
No way."
I asked my mom one time, and she's like, "Are you out of your mind?"
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not buying this.
I was by the end of my career, I was wearing 2 left socks, 2 right socks, just whatever I could find. You just do what you got to do. But dude. I'm happy that this team is still giving us things to be excited about because we've talked about this multiple times. Do you know how easy it would be to pack it in? Like these guys, they just, you're going through all of this adversity with a brand new coach who is going to be great. And a lot of these guys that aren't going to be able to play for the team next year any longer, they're not going to get to see the full evolution of Richard Pitino. Yep. And so they kind of have to deal with that, but then also the feeling of the fans basically kind of writing the season off which has to be an awful feeling for a player. So the fact that they're really getting after it every day, you can tell that they're getting better. You can tell they're getting closer as a team. They're buying into what Richard Pitino has to say. I loved when they were in the timeout. Richard Pitino was talking to the team and he said, "You know that we can run. All you got to do is play defense and rebound." And it was such a great quote that he said, because you can tell how much confidence that he has in his players. That's not something you tell to a group of guys that you're nervous that they're going to go turn the ball over or whatever. He feels comfortable with those guys on the court. And the announcer said it today, Phil is such a floor general. When they thought that he had his third foul, that would have been a big deal. Phil going and having to sit for however long, I think it was 7 or 8 minutes in the first half. If he had to sit for that 7 or 8 minutes, the game could look completely different. Because he really
double again tonight.
Right. He almost had it. He almost had it. But I mean, he's such a calming presence, and he's the epitome of a floor general. He gives you a little bit of everything on offense and defense. And to lose somebody like him with 3 fouls would have been tough. But then here, Jovan fouled out again, dude. We got to figure that out for him, because when he's on the court, our offense looks different.
So much. He is such a game changer to that offense.
Oh, 100%.
When he's in flow hitting shots, it opens up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely different stuff.
Yeah, but I know I'm trying
free throw to go up to. This is I'm starting our play-by-play for it, Ken.
I know.
So LSU up to bringing the ball past the timeline. 13 seconds counting. We got time. Tio,
man, yeah.
I got on ESPN Plus. I mean, for the love of God.
I know.
Mark Pope is scared.
What do you say?
Mark Pope is scared.
Mark Pope is scared.
Mark Pope is scared.
You got anything from the fans over there?
Well, they're excited about Tre Carroll. They're also drinking a lot, which is
the most
obvious statement ever. Yeah.
At Dana's?
Water is wet, Ken. Water is wet.
Speaking of,
they're focused. If you had asked me 15 minutes ago, I'd had some for him. They're pretty locked in. And then Ken, behind the scenes, bro, I was so close to getting that speaker to work. I was so mad. I spent the whole game here at Dana's playing sound engineer the last game, but we're gonna get there. I was so close I can smell it.
Yeah, one of these days I'll get down there and I'll get it fixed up for you. The audio video guy.
Easy. We'll have one audio source. It'll be easy. But that'll be fine. But no, it was just great vibes, man. And again, this is my final point. I think is how willing were the fans, many of them, to just write this team off and to just call it a season. You know what I mean? I'm like, guys, there's 17 games left. And so thankfully we're back, and that would have been tough if like you said, if we pack it in with 17, 18 games left. That's a long last couple, and as well as I do, you cover the team. It can get tough. You know what I mean? To keep wanting to talk about team or something. But
dude, do you
this
remember?
Team has shown a lot of resilience.
Mike brings up a good point, and obviously this is something that everybody talked during, from that December 14th to January 14th, when a lot of the students are gone. You don't really, at the end of the season, when you see Xavier loses to Creighton. I mean, I don't think the student section would have made up a difference of 41 points against Creighton. But when you see a game that they lost, you don't think about the fact that the students weren't there. You know what I mean? And it's something that you can't really think about too much. But at the end of the day, it's it does make a huge difference. That's a good point that you bring up, Mike. But do you remember when I was in school playing, when our students were on break, I feel like we had that area still was filled with somebody.
I agree. I don't know if I know, for example, they've done alumni student sections. So I think they'll have former alumni go in there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that makes
recently graduated alumni.
That makes sense.
You're exactly right, Ken. I mean, there are nights in that arena it is just on fire. Where it's damn near impossible to lose.
Yeah.
And it's such an omission. When they're not there, it is such, because as well as I do, the lower bowl's only going to give you so much energy. The adult fans are going to give you so much energy. That student section gives you ridiculous energy.
Yeah, and we had that. I mean, that is a good point. But I'm telling you, I don't know. I would put Xavier with a crazy crowd. Xavier with a crazy crowd, and I don't really care what year you're talking about. In the Cintas Center, I'll put them up against any team in the country.
LSU, Kentucky missed a free throw.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're watching. But if you're not, Kentucky missed a free throw, and LSU's absolutely losing their gosh dang mind. It means quite a bit in the SEC. Not a good night to be Mark Pope.
Yeah,
LSU
Owen
Kentucky right now.
Oh, dude.
Oh boy.
I mean, especially with the year that he had last year. I mean, I know obviously it didn't end great, but they had. I mean, Pope came in. There was so much like excitement around him in the program. It's tough. That's a tough look.
I found a
Coop Ibarra. You're looking a little cold, Coop.
Yeah, the only reason I came over here was to put these headphones on to act as earmuffs. I have nothing to contribute really other than the next home game is the St. John's game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Your nose looks like it would like in a cartoon, like if you have like a cold.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Earth has a cold right now.
Like a tissue commercial back in the day.
Is it snowing there right now?
Not physically.
It's cold enough to.
Not physically.
The walk to Cintas was brutal.
I bet.
Brutal. But no, man. So
hey, I made the walk. I made that walk from the Commons to Dana's quite a bit in sub-zero temperatures.
The Tre interview was fire.
You just got
the Tre interview was fire.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
He's tall.
Yeah, barely fit in frame. I hate when the tall guys have good games. Honestly, it's come on.
Come on, Roddy.
A bourbon, yeah, I'd take a bourbon.
Yeah.
I'd take a bourbon.
That should do it. Yeah, that should work.
Take one. What final thoughts do we have, boys? I think we pretty much covered it.
I think there's a momentum going into next week. You have a week off to prepare for Creighton, who handed you your biggest loss to the. No.
Say no to Creighton.
Say no to Creighton. But. You know, they destroyed you earlier this season. You have a week to prepare, and you have some confidence going into it. So I think that's huge. This was a big win.
Yeah, I mean,
concur.
Well, and this is a game where you have like I was telling Cap, you have a Butler team that's underperforming this year, and you have to imagine at some point they're gonna. I mean, they're still in top 60 Ken Palm. I think I saw on the on one of the graphics they put up. So, I mean, you have to figure that there's something there that they're seeing talent and they're going to start playing well in Big East play. But, you know, it's a big win. It's a good win to get at this point in the season. And, you know, we're one game out of 500, which I think is better than a lot of people would have thought coming into where we were after Lemoyne and all that stuff. And we've talked about that ad nauseum, Lemoyne and Santa Clara. But, like, you know, it's just it's good to get a win, man. It feels great, and I'm like excited to watch the team again. There was a couple weeks there where I was just like, I
mean, watching the Marquette game was like just a death by 1,000 paper cuts. Like, it was just not fun. All right, Kentucky inbounds the ball, baseball pass. We got you. It's over. Hold on. Will it count?
Oh yeah, dude, that was in. Hey, where's Paul Frischner at?
Where is Paul Frischner?
Where's the rebound rundown?
Will it count?
Oh, dude, that was
Paul Frischner.
Dude, that bucket was up with like 0.2 seconds. That wasn't even.
We
close.
saw the baseball pass work. That was crazy.
Christian Leitner, you know. But hey, I think that probably does it. As far as the Xavier talk goes,
yeah, that should do it.
We have a couple pieces of housekeeping. Home Field exists. Check out homefield.com.
Homefieldapparel.com.
Homefield.com, thank you. And then also follow us on Spotify, follow us on Shopify, follow us on MySpace, follow us on all the stuff.
Yeah, rollblobpod.com if you guys want some nice
rollblobpod.com
gear. Hey.
And donate to Xavier on IL and tip your bartenders and get your dogs spayed and neutered.
That's right. It's a great country.
That's all I got.
Stay blobbing.